Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Maria from Underthenightmoon, and I am so happy to be here. I feel like I've been gone forever. And although it has been a really long time, so many things have been happening here just behind the scenes that I just had to keep going, and knowing that I would eventually get back to my wonderful art and all of you here on YouTube. I also just recently got a few new subscribers, so hello and welcome. Thank you so much for following me. I have something different for my channel and my shop, but this is where I have been and what I've been doing, and I'm going to catch you all up. But before I do that, I do want to just make sure that I show rather, I am still creating my wonderful little books, and I have this one in the works right now, and I will be listing this. I have a few little married envelope journals as well. So I am back on track. And to start with, I redid my craft room. I got a new desk and some different storage things to help manage my space. And so that took a really long time. I was not expecting it, to be so many months, but I had to just really hunker down and organize everything. If you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen I did a reel of my fabric wall, and then I did a fun little reel of my washi. Those are just two of the new areas in my craft room that I love. And then also, roughly around last fall, I met a wonderful, wonderful friend. I met a wonderful lady who has fast become such a really fun friend, and she shared with me her mother's estate, which is just the most amazing collection of everything beautiful from the days gone by. She has since passed, her mom, but she lived into her 90s, and she just loved fashion and fabrics and anything old and beautiful. And as my friend, her name is Irene, her daughter, the mother's daughter Irene, was sharing these things with me, I just couldn't get over the beauty of the fabrics and the pristine condition of some of these things that are from the turn of the century, like from the 1800s, like this absolutely incredible piece of linen trim. And so her and I realized probably a month or so ago that we could make fabric bundles and share these things in a way with the rest of the world. There is a lot of things, and so I've been curating and collecting and organizing, and this is the very first bundle that I've made, and it's been so much fun. So I'm going to be listing once a month a fabric bundle in my Etsy shop, and her and I will just share the proceeds. But some of the most beautiful things I have found. Now, she shared with me, oh, and you know what? Let me get it so I can show you. Hold on. Sorry, I should be more organized. I thought I was organized, but okay. So just to give you a little idea of what's inside this estate, look at this absolutely gorgeous little card of these antique trims. Can you see that? Still on the card, still with everything attached, 1908. And then she brought me this the other day, and I immediately knew, oh my gosh, look at those. 4th of July is coming. So that is what inspired the 4th of July collection that I have here. And it's basically 42 pieces for anyone who loves to well, of course, journal, but a slow stitch fabric crafter, whether you make handbags or embroidery pieces, slow stitching, crazy quilt, regular quilting. It's just, I don't even, like, there's so many things you could do with all of these things. I did add a few things from my collection, but I'm going to show you as we go along each and every piece. And then as I curate a bundle once a month, it could be paper also. There's beautiful postcards and so many amazing things. I just could never possibly list them all here, but it absolutely took my breath away. And my friend Irene is so much fun. We just go through all these things in awe of just the, like, the condition of some of these things. I mean, you just would never believe that these are this old, these embroidered linen trims. This one here is from my shop. This is also just super old. It's like a seam binding ruched with gold. This is more modern, but I just thought for the 4th of July, the stars would be really fun. And then I added some sequin, a little bit of pink, another antique. This is probably Swiss, embroidered. And then this is actually from the craft place here. And I just love, I don't have very many of them, but I thought just one on top was so fun. And then this vintage rose. And then this gorgeous blue. So these are the trims. Also, I have 4 of these bundles put together. And even though I have lots of the blue trims, some of these fabrics and things I don't have. So once these 4 are gone, that's all I will have. But just know that each month I'm going to be creating more of these bundles. So these are all the trims. I'm going to put them aside. Those are going to come wrapped in a little bag. And then also you're going to get a collection of just fun buttons, and I did throw in a few of these blue stars because I love them. These are vintage. They're not Denison, but Denny Raybird, Westchester, Pennsylvania. And this is also from the estate. Just really fun. And then these are the ones I've already wrapped, but this is going to go with this set here. And I just wanted to show you in each one of these, there's a real military button. And these are like $8 each. I don't think they're very valuable. It does say Waterbury, Connecticut on the back. Some of them still have like the coat, the stitching, but each one will get one of these. And I don't know if you can see the detail, but they're really, really cool. So 4th of July, then you've just got some all antique buttons, mother of pearl buttons, just a fun little mixture for you to play with. But these bundles don't have to be for 4th of July. You know, if you don't have a lot of blue in your stash, this would be a really nice addition. And so it's red, white, and blue, but there's also a little bit of aqua. Now this is more modern. I wanted to add a little pop of brightness to the collection. And also too, I just think that, you know, this color combo is really pretty. But as you'll see as I go through, most of these things are antique and very, very old. So you get a large piece of this vintage eyelet here. Perfect for the bottom of a page, a little pocket, the edge of a page. If you're quilting and stitching, how fun. You've got, this is also embroidered, antique. And then there's more of that as we go. a beautiful double crochet of a beautiful doily, again on the edge of a page, the bottom of a tag. So fun. And then red, white, and blue Swiss dot. And these are all the real old flocked Swiss dot. So how fun. You can do ruffles. You can layer these over photographs. And these are just so patriotic looking with the little dots. I just love. And so, like, you know, if you're having fun, you know, you can just make all kinds of fun things. But again, if you know, don't want to do the 4th of July, of course, you know, just have fun. Even just this little collection here is so pretty, would be perfect for any journal, no matter, you know, what the occasion is. And then I always have to have a rose because I just love them. I love roses. I never get tired of them. And then this is the softest piece of cotton. It's already got the vintage color. Again, you could do the slow stitching right on here. You could do a transfer right on here. I know there's videos out there where you can transfer on fabric. I wouldn't do a large thing, but you know, a few little flowers on there would be beautiful. Oh, and you know what too? Let me open up so you can see how much of the Swiss dot. So this is a beautiful navy. This is a really pretty white, or cream rather. And then this is so pretty, so delicate. So that's the sizes, and everything is the same. I don't know if I mentioned, but I have 4 of these, and they are all exactly the same. And also, they're already listed in my shop. If you're watching this video, they're already listed. This is more modern, but again, I'm just trying to incorporate lots of fun patterns for you to have. Again, it doesn't have to be the 4th of July. This is really beautiful fabric. It's really soft, really, really beautiful. And you can see the size here. And I think for these pieces, I went with 8 by 10. Okay, this is closer to 11. So I think they're roughly 8 by 10 with extra in case you want to do a hem. And I did leave the banding strip on there because that's a side that's already done for you, right? You don't have to, well, you can turn it over and stitch it, but it's not going to fray. Another really beautiful piece of vintage eyelet. Absolutely gorgeous. And so this and the rose is just one of my favorite combinations. So you can see it doesn't have to be just for 4th of July, right? You can just have fun with just mixing and matching everything. But if you do have someone that's in the service or was in the service, like your father or grandfather, and you want to build a keepsake sharing his life and maybe some of his photos, this is a really wonderful collection of things to use. Okay, and then there's a lot of quilts. A lot of them aren't finished. And you can see here, this one was started, but it was never finished. And I like nothing more than to save these types of things. Look at all the work that went into this one square. It's just incredible, and it's just so perfectly preserved. You can see, just looking at these fabrics, the date on them. So absolutely beautiful. And there's a few quilts in here. This one is just over 9.5 by 9. And this would be such a beautiful cover of a journal, like a traveler's notebook. You could make it a page, you could make pockets, you could stitch it. You could do all kinds of things with it. Just love these old fabrics. And then this is a piece of, it's embroidered. I've never seen anything like this before. It's got a lot of texture to it. I only had a little piece, but I just thought it was so pretty. Same with this polka dot. I only had about a half a yard. And I just thought, how fun. Again, everything matches, in my opinion. Everything in this kit goes together. You can't make a mistake here. But I really just wanted to add this. It's like it's thicker. And also too, this is a really nice heavyweight polka dot. So I wanted you to have a piece of that. And then this is a flocked sheer. So pretty. You could fussy cut these out, little circles, stitch around them, add them as an overlay. Really, really fun, really, really pretty. So I gave you a piece of that. And then this is from my stash, but again, I just wanted a little fresh pop of color in there for the collection, kind of just like that bright aqua. And again, this is 11, and let's see. Okay, this one is 7.5, so it's not quite 8, but again, would make a really fun ruffle or add to your project. And then this is a gorgeous piece of chiffon. I didn't have a lot. I think maybe it was going to be a scarf. Really beautiful color, really, really old. And I just thought it was lovely. I just thought it was lovely. So again, you can see, and you might have trims in your stash that you can add to this. This would make a lovely flower. You know, mix and match. Have fun with your trims as, you know, and you can mix and match any of these colors. Like, look at this gold. You wouldn't think this gold would match in here, but have you ever seen, there's a meme out there that says sometimes you have to give them the razzle dazzle? And it's a fluffy cat and she's holding her leg up. It's really cute. So I added this little bit of gold just for a little razzle dazzle. So it's got a really gorgeous rose pattern embroidered. Really, really fun to just have a little razzle dazzle. And again, one of my favorite fabrics. This one I purchased for Mary Books a long time ago, but for 4th of July, I just thought, you know, the night sky with the fireworks, really, really pretty. I only could buy a 1/4 of a yard, so that's why there isn't that much of it, but I just absolutely love it. And this was from Joann's. Sadly, we lost our Joann fabric, but again, another reason why I really wanted to share all of these really beautiful fabrics, because we don't have Joann anymore. And this is 10.5. Hold on, 10.5 by 8. So yeah, I wanted to just, you know, keep the fabric train rolling for everyone. This has a little red here and here, but again, these are so old. This is from probably the 70s. And I thought this would make a really cute journal cover, or you could cut the strips. You could fussy cut just little squares and add little swatches. You could quilt with it. Each and every little floral is adorable. It's just darling. And it's also like a seersucker kind of fabric. It's really light. It's cotton. It's just fun. It's so fun. And you just can't find these fabrics today. This home, I typed it up in the listing. If you go to my Etsy shop, I typed a little bio about the home and her mom. Her mom's name was Helen. She lived to her 90s. And this is hand crocheted, and I know that because I saw the tin that this came out of with the tools, the little ball of this thread, And it's just incredible, the detail of all of these beautiful patterns that these ladies did just in their little chairs in their homes. It's just incredible. Again, another really fun piece of just the days gone by, stitching each one of these together to create this really cool, like, ruffle. So fun. And this was probably for a, you know, a slip or a skirt or something. So feminine, so pretty. Another quilt piece here. I only had a few of these. Again, you can see all the stitching on the back. Fabrics that you just don't see. It's really light, all cotton. Really fun. These could be feed sack prints. Again, this could be a feed sack print. It's hard to say, but really, really old. So adorable. And of course we needed red to go with our 4th of July. So this has like a little teeny tiny floral pattern. Little calico. And let me give you the dimensions of these. This one, 6.5. I think it's, yeah, 6.5 square there. But again, all of these things match so beautifully. You can have so much fun just making little tags for your journal. Look at this gorgeous calico. And it's almost like a linen. It's not a cheap cotton. It's really beautiful. None of these fabrics are, you know, I was so unimpressed with Hobby Lobby's ribbon. I bought one. It was a polka dot pattern. It was like $6, and I brought it home and you could see right through it. It was so frail and just poorly made. When you see these fabrics of these years gone by, you just can't believe the cottons. You know, this is probably 50 years old, and it's just gorgeous woven fabric, you know. It's really pretty incredible. Here's another razzle dazzle. This is from my studio, but isn't it fun? I love it against this blue. Again, if you're not doing 4th of July, you could fussy cut these out as like, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, I had it and then it's gone. But anyway, you could fussy cut, you could cut along the bottom here, you could get 3 pieces out of this. Just, again, really well made, really fun, really, really fun. Piece of Venice lace, I believe that is. And then this is from her mom's house. This is a really beautiful, heavy-duty cotton. It's probably like a bark cloth almost. Like it's not, I don't know. Like bark cloth is almost kind of shiny. This isn't. This is very matte, but it's just really, really thick, beautiful cotton. I hope you're able to see these fabrics up close. If you can't, let me know in the description box and I will get better lighting. Also too, if you have a lint brush, I've been using a lint brush here. It's really hard because there's so much fabric in my place right now, but a lint brush cleaned all of these up beautifully. Well, now my desk is probably covered, but I've just been using, you know, a lint roller. But anyway, look at this large piece of this beautiful blue. It's like a cerulean blue, maybe? A little bit lighter than a cerulean. And I will give you the dimensions, but I just kind of wanted to show you how you can pair. You could make a quilt. You could do so many fun things with this collection. You could make probably 4 books out of all of these pieces that I am giving you today. You could stitch this onto any of these. Even on the blue, this would be beautiful for your cover piece. Or maybe you have an old postcard that you want to use for the cover. Right? So I'm doing this because that was the last piece. This blue. No, wait, hold on. I had one more. Sorry. Hold on. Okay, this is the last piece. This really beautiful eyelet. Probably from the 70s. This isn't that old, but even still, the 70s is, you know, and it's all hand stitched. All hand stitched. Again, you could make a little baby book, right? Like the little doll books that I made. This would be so cute as a little dolly book, or a needle book, right? You could slow stitch the rows on the cover here. You know, just slow stitch the seams so that you have a, oh, medallion, that was the word I was looking for before. Like a little medallion in the center so you don't lose any of this trim. Wouldn't that be the sweetest? Hold on, I gotta do it all the way. Wouldn't that be so cute? Ideas are endless, and I hope this is inspiring for you. Even if you don't end up purchasing one of these, I hope this just inspires you how to use some of these fabrics in a really creative way, right? You don't need a lot. And you could do all your ruffles with this gorgeous stripe. Florals and stripes are one of my favorite things. Florals, polka dots, they all go together. And you don't have to use all of this. This is very bright. You could just use a little tiny section of it. Just because someone built this by hand. And this could very well be a part of an Amish quilt. I have other pieces that I'm pretty sure are Amish. There is a huge Amish community not far away from here. And these could absolutely be from there. Irene's mom's house is only probably about 15 minutes from me. And the Amish communities are, I don't know exactly, but I know it's, you know, just a few hours. It is not far at all. So that is the conclusion of this really amazing new adventure that I'm on. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments. I know a while ago I was asked about Patreon, and one of the reasons I just didn't want to be overwhelmed. I wanted to make sure I had time for everything. I didn't want to, you know, I just wanted to make sure whatever I make is really beautiful. And I really feel good about this collection of things because it's so beautiful. I just absolutely love all of these antique, the condition of these things is just incredible. And that was very inspiring for me to go ahead and, you know, make a bundle of things. I've been asked to do bundles many times, but it's always been difficult for me to, I don't know, I guess I just needed a lot. Like I needed bulk in order to do it. And so now I feel like I finally have, like, you know, a good collection of things that I could actually put some really fun bundles together. And so that is what I have here today. And also just quickly, oh wait, let me measure the blue for you. Now, hold on, because I folded it over. I also want to mention, as I make a mess of my pretty, hold on. Oh, I just made a mess. There's also paper, and I will be doing paper bundles. I really wanted to do a paper bundle for 4th of July, but I just ran out of time. This is 13. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. 13 by 29, this blue. This blue. So you could make pillows. There's so many things you could do. Okay, where was I? Paper. So there is a ton of paper. And I'm slowly collecting the paper as well, because everything must be preserved and saved and shared. And so that is coming. Of course, I will let you know. If you follow me on Instagram, I will do a reel of what's coming. So that's a really good way of staying ahead and making sure if you were interested in one of these that you got one, because I don't have, like, you know, once they're gone, but also too, The paper is different. I have a lot, there's a lot of paper. And Irene actually collected some of the papers. So that is coming, but I will give you a little sneak peek because there's tons of cards like this. Just really old, really cute. And so I'm kind of organizing and going through these as well right now. But for right now, I'm focusing on the fabric, the bundles. Hopefully this has inspired you. What else can I tell you? I just feel I'm so happy to be back. Stay tuned because I will be listing my handmade things coming up here shortly. And then also, yeah, just let me know what you think. Let me know down below. Other than that, have an amazing 4th of July, rest of your June, and that's it. Follow me here, follow me on Instagram and YouTube at Underthenightmoon, and have a really, really wonderful rest of your day, everyone. Thank you, and bye for now.